Hey guys, welcome back. This is Ajaxx G here with another video. We are on our way to 300 subscribers. Thank you to those who are subscribed, and thank you to those who are here for the first time. So we are going to do a $450 PC build for gaming and for streaming. Now, when I say streaming, I mean streaming using the Elgato capture card straight from your console into your PC. Okay, you can stream game straight from the PC also, but I would highly recommend adding a graphics card. The build that we're going to have today, you do not have a graphics card with it, but it does have a GPU built in with the CPU. Alright guys, let's get into this. Okay, so here we have an AMD Ryzen 3 3200G, a 4-core unlocked desktop processor. Okay, it has Radeon graphics, so this means that you do not have to have a separate GPU. You can use the GPU that is incorporated with this CPU, so that's going to save you anywhere from 150 to 250 bucks depending on what kind of graphics card you want to get. Okay, so for 95 bucks you can get this CPU for your computer, and it comes with a fan, so you don't have to worry about buying a fan separate. Alright, let's get into the motherboard. Alright, so for the motherboard we have an Asus Prime B450M. Okay, this, even though it says it supports Ryzen 2, it also supports Ryzen 3. I would not give you a motherboard that you couldn't use. Okay, so this comes at 80 bucks. If you want to go and get one that starts off from the gate supporting Ryzen 3, that starts at $129, so you can look for that if you want, but this motherboard will be perfect for your needs. Okay, so as you see so far, our motherboard and our CPU hasn't even broke the $200 mark. We are about $15 to $20 under our $200 mark. Okay, so now we're going to get into the RAM. We're going to add 16 gigabytes of RAM to this PC. Alright, so for 78 bucks we have a Corsair Vengeance, 16 gigabytes, 2 8GB sticks for DDR4, RAM at 3000 megahertz. Okay, this is awesome. The one that I have in my PC is 3000 megahertz. It is not Corsair, but this brand is perfectly fine. If you want to add a little RGB, because the case that we're going to have is going to have a clear glass panel, you will be able to see the inside. If you want RGB RAM, it's gonna cost you upwards to 100 to 130 bucks, but we're still trying to keep it within the 450. Okay, so we're gonna get into the storage for this build. We're gonna use a hard disk drive. It's gonna be a 2 terabyte drive for 55 bucks. Okay, this is where you're gonna put your operating system and hold your games and save all your data and fun stuff. Usually I like to have 2 different hard drives in the build, a solid state and a hard disk drive. Okay, but a hard disk drive will do perfectly fine for a starter build that you're mainly going to use for streaming and a little bit of video editing. Okay, so this is 55 bucks and it's going to be a perfect addition to your PC. At the end of this video I will tell you how much it would be if you add, again, an SSD and a graphics card. Alright, so let's get into the power supply. Alright, and for our power supply we have a EVGA bronze 80 plus. Okay, 500 watts. Okay, 3-year warranty. Okay, that is amazing. It is not semi-modular or modular at all, so this will go straight into everything that you need, and that's it. You cannot add or take wires out. Whatever is there, and you're just gonna have to, neatly tuck them behind the case so you can have nice cable management. Okay, this will run you 55 bucks as you guys seen. And now we're going to get into the case where you're going to house all of these components. Okay, I know some of you may be asking, where is the thermal paste? Now AMD, typically their CPU fans has a layer of thermal paste on it, so you don't have to buy it. But if you need to buy thermal paste, it's anywhere from $5 to $10 on Amazon. Alright, so let's get into the case. Alright, now for the case. So everyone likes to have a little bit of RGB in their life. So I got us an AeroCool case. This houses a ATX motherboard. That's perfect, but the motherboard that you guys have is an MATX, so that's perfect as well. Okay, so For this case, it's going to run you about 50 bucks. See, I'm trying to keep everything no more than 50, 60 bucks, you know. I'm trying my best for you guys. So this case will house everything. It does come with one case fan. So if you want to add more case fans for yourself, you can. But honestly, if you're just streaming and doing light editing, the one fan that it comes with and your CPU fan should be perfectly fine, especially since you're not buying a separate GPU. Okay. This is everything. The price for everything that is in this is 412 bucks. Okay, so it is so much cheaper than 450. It's not a lot cheaper, but it is cheaper than 450. Okay, so for 412 bucks, you have a starting streaming and gaming PC. Now, like I said, you can add other parts. If you want to add a SSD to this build because you want your PC to boot up super fast and other programs, you can get a solid state drive for 120 gigabytes or 240 gigabytes anywhere from $30 to 50 bucks. So that if you do the $30, that's 240 gigs. That will bring you up to $442. And let's say you want to add a graphics card, you have a bunch of options, but the cheapest option would be for 155 bucks. You can get a GTX 1060. Okay, that's 154 bucks on Amazon. All the links will be in the description down below. If not, you can go with an MSI 580. That's what I have. That is around 200 bucks. Or you can go with an RX 590, and that is around 230 bucks. Okay. Also, if you are a big fan of GTX, you can also get a 1660, and that is around 230 as well. So if you added the SSD and the graphics card, if you chose to go with the highest, the 230 price, it's going to bring your build up to 680. If you want to go with the $150 one, it's going to bring your build up to 590. Okay, so if you want to do something that's $600 build, you can get the GTX 1060. If you want something that's a little over 600, that's going to be MSI 580, RX 580, or MSI RX 590. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'll catch you out next week. Peace.